Top camera recording? Looks like we're good to go.
Let's do it.
Hey everybody, this is Coach Keith.
And Coach Markus.
And today we're coming at you with a total body workout that's going to be utilizing just your own body weight. So, we're going to jump right into it. We've got 4 rounds and then a little finisher. First 2 rounds are going to kind of warm you up. Then we'll knock it out of the park with rounds 3 and 4 and then hopefully get a little gassed. Markus, let's get started.
Let's do it.
Alright, so we're going to start on the floor on all 4s. For 40 seconds, Markus is going to go for cat-cows. So he's going to lift and lower his spine. Alright? You're going to breathe while he's here. This is the first thing we're doing. Alright, about 40 seconds up and down. He's just letting his vertebrae stretch out a little bit, all through those points, and then press back down. Okay? If you've been sitting all day, maybe not moving a whole bunch, let's just start small, we'll build it up. Okay? You got all those vertebrae. Try to visualize each one going into a little bit of flexion, a little bit of extension. Just move it slowly. You got about 5 more seconds, okay? Strong foundation into the hands and into his legs. Our next move is going to work from the same starting position. It's essentially a plank in this quadruped position. So I'm going to ask Markus to get his knees backed up just under his hips a little bit. His arms are already on his shoulder. Bracing his body, I want him to lift his knees up off the ground about 1 inch and hold that. So we're here for 40 seconds. I want you to think about sliding your hands down towards your toes, almost like you're shutting a window. You're going to think about pulling your knees up and forward towards your elbows. And then it might even turn the body into a little bit of a rounding or flex position, like you're doing a crunch in midair. So your abs are braced, all right? So knees are scraping up, hands are pulling down, and he's getting this tension in there from top down and bottom up. He's got good height and clearing. I can slide my toes right underneath his knees. Last 5 seconds, okay? Hang with me. Hang with us. All right. Take a little child's pose if you need, any stretching, but we're going to stay on the floor for the remaining 3 sets. He's going right into our runner's stretch. So work from all 4s and just gently take one leg around the outside, stomp it hard to the floor. Okay, and we're on. All right? So his foot's nice and flat on the floor, and then he'll stop and switch to the other side. Nice. Just alternating back and forth. We're going to focus on getting the hips. If you'd like to, you can lift your back knee off the floor. It's going to deepen the stretch a little bit. It's going to change it up a little bit, all right? So work at your range, work at your pace, okay? Awesome. Markus, can I have you turn and face our studio audience? You can watch a couple head on. Good. You can't see it, but his feet are really close to his hands, all right? They're not way out to the side. You're good. 3, 2, and 1. So we're just going to build on that stretch a little bit, all right? So what we're going to do next is we're going to do the same footwork. Markus is going to drive his elbow to the floor and then open up towards the sky, all right? So again, knees or toes. Let's show him what's going on. All right. So he's got to stomp. He's going to drive the elbow towards his instep and then open up. Say hello to everybody. What's up?
Hello.
All right, and hands find the floor, and he's going to switch it out to the other side. Little stomp.
Oh,
little elbow drop. That stretch he's saying is good. He needs it. All right. Still working hard. Nice job, dude. As you're twisting, try not to let your feet rotate or roll up, right? Don't lose them. Good. Looks good. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. So the next one is going to be a hip press. So I'm going to ask Markus to flip over onto his back. You can think of it like a glute bridge. Okay. Knees are bent, feet flat on the floor. Then you're going to drive through his hips and lift them up off the ground. All right, go for it. Press down into your heels and come on up. Awesome. He's got his arms out by his side. Going to create a little opening through the chest and shoulders. And I don't know if you can, but I can hear him breathing. Exhale it up, inhale down. At the top, you might feel a little stretch through your thighs. He's coming up so far that now his hip flexors open up a little bit, all right? If you're feeling good, I want you to take your hands up in front of your chest. And now as you reach your hips up, reach your hands over you towards the floor over your head. So we're going to maybe stretch out a little bit. And I think we've got time for about 1 more of those. Awesome. Ask Markus to come on up. Woo. Everybody at home, come on up, please.
All right.
All right. So what we're going to start with next is just some two-footed hops. So we're going to kind of just hop and bounce in place on the balls of your feet for 45 seconds. That's it. Nice. Now this is where we're going to have a little fun. Okay. So when I say so, I'm going to yell squat, and I'm going to ask Markus to drop into a squat and give me his best ha, and then right back into his two-footed hops. Okay. Squat. Ha. And right back into his hops. Squat. Ha. Nice. So you're in your two-footed hops. They can be wide hops. They can be pogo hops. With your feet nice and tight together. Ha! Ha! Good. Squat. Ha! Nice. We got about 15 seconds. Squat. Ha! Good. Squat. Ha! Good. You're hopping. Feet can be wide. Feet can be narrow. We got about 8 seconds. Squat. Ha! Squat. Ha! And squat. Ha! Good. Woo. Nice. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to challenge Mr. Markus to do his two-footed hops here. He can be nice and easy, nice and tight. But I'm going to ask him, when I say freeze, I want him to freeze on one leg, okay? Back to two-footed hops and then freezing on one leg, okay? All right. Good, so you guys two-footed hops, freeze. Woo! Stay there and go. Good. I want you to alternate what leg you try to freeze on. Freeze. Good, and then go. See if you can stay frozen until I tell you to stay. Go. Freeze. Go. You saw him struggling. That's good. That's good. Freeze. And go. Woo. Good. Let's go feet real close together. Feet real close together. Good. You're going to have a little bit narrow base of support, but freeze. Hopefully now your center of mass is right over that leg. Go. Good. So you're not trying to shift your weight. Freeze. Oh, that was good footwork. And go. Good. Freeze. Go. Woo. And freeze. Good. And go. All right. So what we're going to do for this next little part is we're going to do single leg hops. I'm going to get Markus on one leg, and he's just going to hop side to side. All right? And that's what he's working with for this first little bit. We're going to do just 5 hops on one leg, side to side. Ready, set, go. 1 and 1, 2 and 2. And if yours need to look more like a step, please step, but we'll end up doing a few on each way. Good. I think that's right about 5 and 5. Yep. And then we'll do the other side. Okay. Good. Whoo! Let's roll. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4. Good. 5. Good. Okay. Nice. All right. So we're gonna roll through the next one. He's gonna go into high knees. So we're starting to pick things up a little bit for the last move. Okay. High knees now. Real there. And when I yell freeze, he's got to freeze. Okay. He's gonna go back to the single leg balancing. Ready, set, and freeze. Good. Go. Freeze. Good. Go. Freeze. Go. Challenge your mouse. If someone is working out with you, freeze. Good. Or maybe someone's hanging out on the side. Go. Let them yell freeze for you. See if you can react to them. Let's see if Markus remembers. Squat. Good. Right back into it. Good. Freeze.
Did you say freeze? Whoa.
And freeze. And go. And squat. And rest. All right.
Man.
Good work. So, warming up a little bit after some floor work, moving faster a little bit after that. Okay? So, we're going to work on 45-second intervals for pretty much the remainder of the strength part of the workout. Like I said, we're going to do a little bit of a pyramid. So, we're going to do everything on Markus' right-hand side, kind of working our way up the pyramid. Right at the top, we're going to hang out. We'll do a move, and then we'll come back down the other side. All right? So, the way it's going to work is Markus is going to start a plank to shoulder tap. So he's going to start in his high plank position, and with just his right arm, nice and slowly, he's going to tap that left shoulder. Okay? So that's what we're working with for the first few seconds. All right? So finding your ready position, you're going to start with your feet a little bit wider than your hips for a good base of support, and then get your hands under your shoulders. We're rolling in 3, 2, and 1. See how long you can spend taking that hand off the floor, okay? I want you to think about pressing hard into the feet, into the floor, okay? Then you're gonna make sure that these hips aren't moving. They're staying really strong and still. Great job, okay? That left arm's working really hard, and that right arm goes. I'm gonna let him know he's got another 15 seconds. This is not one you want to rush on, okay? If you need to, you're on your knees and still maintaining that nice alignment. These look great, Marcus. And last 3 seconds. Okay, we're gonna flip over onto our back for a single leg hip press. Okay, we're just gonna say right. So right leg is gonna be doing the work. So I'm gonna ask you to bring your left knee in towards your chest and just let it be there, okay? So hands can be by your side or across your chest or up to the sky. For 45 seconds, he's driving through that right side, okay? He's gonna press as hard as he can into this heel and foot. Options, foot flat on the floor, totally fine. But give me as much lift as you can. It's awesome. Option, heel on the floor. Show me that dorsiflexion. Feel the front of the shin working a little bit, okay?
Yes.
You have 20 more seconds to just rep those out, okay? Good job. Hopefully stuff on the back of your body's working. If I was gonna try and pull Marcus's leg out from under him, I wouldn't be able to. So potential is tugging on this foot and you're pulling your heel towards your backside, all right? 3, 2, and 1. Where's Marcus to stand up? Woo! We're gonna do a single leg squat, not to fear. I want a very light squat, and I just want you to reach out and touch your toes to the floor in front of you, okay? We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Right leg is gonna keep working, and you're just gonna reach out and touch your toes out in front of you. That's great. If you need something to support yourself, please get it. I want you, if you need to counterweight your body by reaching forward with your hands. Good. Sideways. Your arm's going to spin sideways. You can see his great form. His hips are going back. Touch the earth for a little support. He's got a nice tall posture. Look straight at the top. He finished really tall. So he didn't finish kind of hunched over. Good. Spread your toes on your working leg. Let them feel the earth. Good job. He's doing a really good job not letting his knees shake and dance around a whole bunch. We've got about 6 seconds. So we're reaching in this squat. We're reaching with our legs and we're reaching with our arms. Good. We're going to take it down to the floor now.
Okay.
We're doing push-ups with a hand release. All right? So, 2 options. Release your hands at the bottom or release your hands at the top. All right? So, beyond that, knees or toes for your push-up. Let's go ahead and do a push-up. Lower ourselves all the way down and then let go of the earth at the bottom. Good. Hands back to the floor. Press yourself back up. Come on down again. And I really love that Marcus comes up as a whole unit. So you don't see him peeling off the earth, okay? The knees come up at the same time as his chest comes up. If you need to, you can work from your knees, okay? Don't let that be an option to let your form fall apart through the midsection. Still maintain that kind of surfboard on a fence, nice and strong. If you're feeling great and you want to do a hand release push-up at the top, you might feel like you're doing a plyometric push-up or a clap. That's available to you. 5 seconds. Good. Awesome. Coming on back up. Those are not burpees, those are just getting up and down off the ground. We're going to do step back lunges. So he's going to step back with his right leg. All right? Go to your own pain-free range of motion in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Nice. These are really good. Be able to sit up tall. Nice. Keeping his back heel elevated off the floor. Me gusta. Alright. Sit up real tall. You've got about 22 seconds or so. If you're feeling like you want a little challenge, you can bring that knee up in front and he's going to have to balance on that leg. Good. Nice. Go to your own pain-free range. You see he's getting his knee all the way down to the floor. It's not in the cards today. Listen to your body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're going to do a bird dog, and that's going to be the top of our pyramid. So we're just going to alternate in our bird dog for 45 seconds. Great. And then we're going to go into our step back lunges. And we'll do everything on our left side, all right? So he's back in the quadruped position. Now reach one arm out in front of him. If you need to, just start there, folks, okay? Start there if you have to. Alternate arms, one and then the other, okay? You're saying, oh, bird dog's got the legs. Yes, so if you want to, reach one arm out and stay there. And then add the leg. See how that feels. If you're all over the map, slow it down, bring it back home. Okay? Piecemeal it together. And then when you're ready, you can start to add things simultaneously, okay? Marcus is timing his hand and knees, finding the floor at the same time. He's going to lengthen out this back leg as much as he can. He's got good ankle flex. I like it. And his arms up pretty high. So he's ending almost parallel to the floor. Okay? It's moving well. All right? Strong base of support on the hands and grounded knee. So like I said, that's the top of the pyramid. We're gonna come back up, and now we're going down the pyramid. Lunges. Step back lunges with your left leg, please. Hopefully that's making sense at home, folks, okay? 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Good, man. Yeah. So your front foot's splaying the toes. You're opening up your toes for as much proprioception or feedback as you can get. You might get a little hip stretch through those quads and thighs on the way down. Enjoy it. If you spend a lot of time at a desk or in a chair commuting, try to get out of that posture a little bit. Use this as a means to stretch open the chest and also strengthen, squeeze the shoulder blades back a little bit. Strengthen one side and stretch the other. Way to go. Whoo! By now you started to feel it. That was an audible whoo, folks.
Yeah.
Back down to the floor. We're doing our push-ups with our hand release, okay? So, knees or toes, hands coming off the floor. We're going in 5 seconds. So, remember to maintain your plank, and go ahead, begin. Nice. Arms out wide. Now, we left off with the option to do some clapping, so if you want to throw up and clap the top, go for it. Mark's going to show you a rep like that. It's not monkey see, monkey do, so make sure you do what you can do. All right, boo-boo. All right. Part of lifting the hands off the earth is to get the shoulder blades again working, just like we talked about in our lunge, okay? You're having to forcibly stretch the shoulders a little bit by getting them off the ground. All right, the chest has to get a little stretch. All right? Where you lift the arms off is up to you. You saw Markus do a wide T earlier. Maybe you like to swim and you want to go overhead. The point is your hands need to let go of the earth, okay? And then find it again and get back up. All right, we're gonna come on up. Standing on your left leg, Markus, you got your single leg squat and reach. So again, you're gonna reach out with your arms and reach out with your toes, okay?
Good.
3, 2, and 1. So take your time. And he was hovering for quite a while there, folks. That's good. Woo! And this is not acting. This is actually happening. This is real work. Hips are going back, and he didn't know what I was going to put him through today, so this is good. 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 You can see his head's up. He's looking forward out in front of him. A lot of times your vision is going to tell you where to go. It's going to dictate, all right, where your body wants to go in space, all right? He's in the last little bit. He's got about 10 seconds. If balance is where you need to challenge yourself, just challenge yourself standing on balance like we did earlier, all right? Almost there. We're going back down to the floor. Woo! Single leg hip press, left leg.
Okay. Oh.
Whew. So you're on your back. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We're going to get groovy. You're going to press up. And again, hopefully again, hip flexor stretch and work in the posterior chain. So front side stretching, back side's hopefully working. Connecting his movement with his breathing. That audible lets me know he's breathing, which is a great thing for me. All right? And the arms are there for whatever support you need. Okay? You have options for how your heel sits. Is your foot heel down, or are you on the whole flat of the foot? If you wear a lot of high-heeled shoes, I might ask that you actually lift your toes up. You're going to stretch your calf a little bit. It might be difficult, okay? But a lot of times those calves are doing a lot of work. You should be able to do it both ways. All right? Staying on the ground, we're going to flip over, and you got your single arm shoulder tap. Okay. This time he's going to be in a high plank or push-up position, and he'll be bringing his left hand to tap his right shoulder. 3, 2, and 1. Good wide base of support. Nice. If we put one of those levels on his back, he's sitting real nice and still. Even through his noggin, he's keeping his whole body in line. You're going to want to claw at the earth a little bit with your fingertips. Spread your right hand out. Grip the earth with your big toes, right? You have big toe up through your thighs, glutes, stomach, and then that shoulder. Arm that's on the floor. Try not to let it shrug, right? You might be starting to collapse a little bit. Pull that shoulder down your back so you can get some of your lats to work. Remember, knees are always an option. Last 3 seconds. Woo, rest. Take about a 30-second break. If you need to just shake it out, you want to keep loose. So that was the end of that strength round. The next one's going to follow the similar pattern, a pyramid, going up and down. I'm only stalling to let Markus catch his breath. And we're done. So, we're going to do it on our right side. We have a right side plank. All right? So, facing our studio audience at home, we're going to get a beautiful right side plank on again for 45 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Coach Markus has shown you a beautiful plank. He's got his legs squeezing a beach ball. He's got one hand stacked up on top of the other. Good. Nice, strong, straight line. Your hand can be on the hip if you need to. It does not have to be in the air. You can put your hand on the floor with 1 or 2 fingertips to give yourself a little kickstand. Just like in our squat, we touch the floor. He's got that support. And then if you need to, your knees on the ground. So pick what's going to work best for you. But even while he supports himself here, he's got this great gapping under here, okay? So he's not letting the knee down cause him to drop, okay? On the same tone, if he goes back up into his full plank, he's not dropping down. I don't want you here and having horrible form, all right? Don't add something if you don't own it. Okay, so we're gonna do a single leg hip bridge on our right side. So right leg working again. This time we're gonna drive that left knee hard into the air. So I want you to give me a little knee drive with that left knee as you bridge up. So you're gonna come on up and drive. Nice. Good. Now if you're feeling so good, you're pushing so hard off that right leg that you actually lift your hips and heels off the ground, you might actually float for a second. You know what I'm saying? Because try to push off the floor so hard. There we go. I'm going to take it up a notch.
I felt that was going to be a little harder than I thought.
That knee's coming hard. Good. Like you're in an MMA fight. Ah. Last 12 seconds. Ah. Good. Last 5. Let's get a couple more good ones. One more. Wonderful. Standing up, please. On your right leg. We're going to do a single leg squat.
Okay.
So, Markus is going to do his best to keep his foot off the floor, his hands in the air, and he's going to squat back as much as he can. And then I'm going to give him the other options. So, I want you first and foremost, balance. Cool. Then when you're ready, you're going to try and squat, just like you did last round, as best you can. And then back up. Good. That time he kept his foot off the floor, so that would be my big challenge. Don't let that heel touch. Just get another grip with that foot off the ground. Okay? When you fall out, get back in. Now, at the last second, drop your heel to the floor. So you can come down right there, drop the heel, and squat a little lower.
Oh, squat a little lower.
We're going to use that now as a little counter weight.
Okay.
So he's here, now he's using his kickstand a little lower. Yes, that's what we want. So he's going to only bring that in to get a little more out of it. And then maybe one day, that heel won't be in the cards. All right? Now, if you need to, this could be a balancing act or a lunge. Last good repetition.
Okay.
Take your time. 2 and 1. Great job. Don't forget legs day, okay? All right. So now we're going to do a spider push-up. So he's back down on the floor, and he's going to get into that push-up, and I'm going to talk him through it. So the first thing is a push-up, and at the top of this push-up, I want you to bring your knee towards your right elbow. Good. Right knee to right elbow. Just do a few like that. From your toes or your knees, just the right knee to right elbow. Same side. Cool. Okay. So keep repping out those obliques on that right side, whether you're on your knees or toes. Now, he's bringing his elbow in, or knee to the elbow at the top. What happens if he brings his knee to the elbow at the bottom? Things get a little more challenging, folks. Now you can do that from your knees or toes. You can bring the knee in at the bottom or the top from your knees or toes. Yeah! We got 6 seconds, so let's see if we can get done. 3, 2, and rest. Coming on up.
Okay.
Lateral lunges. So we're going to start with our feet tight together, kind of like we did with our hops. Mark's going to step to the right, hips back, and then come back up to center. Go for it. Nice job. Bending into the working leg, and then stretching out that strong, long leg. Okay? He's keeping his foot nice and flat here. It's not rolling. You're not letting the integrity of his foundation collapse. Think out and back. So he's shooting almost to the back corner. So his hips end up behind his heel a little bit. All right? Last 15 seconds here. If you need to, keep your feet wide. All right? If the stepping is too much impact, keep that foundation set and then shift your weight side to that right side. We are doing it all on one side to build fatigue and burn it out. Awesome. Woo, good news, Marcus. We're at the top of the pyramid.
Okay.
We're on the floor.
Cool.
Cobra position, lat pose on your stomach. Good. Hands by your side, thumbs by your armpits. I want you to keep your toes on the ground. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your hands off the earth. Lift your chest off the earth. Good. Now, reach your arms overhead towards the door frame, towards me, Marcus. Good. Keep going. And now, keeping your hands and arms off the ground, peel in like you're doing a lat pull. Pull your elbows in towards your ribcage. Awesome. Awesome. Keep your arms off the floor. Reach and continue. Okay? So he's got to hover his arms off the ground. So hopefully in that regard, his back's having to work, right? Make sure when you reach out, can you lift your arms a little higher off the ground? Yeah! You saw that his hands came up into the backdrop a little bit more. Way to go. All right, 10 seconds. So glutes are working. I can see it. His knees are actually off the earth. So his thighs are working. All of this is working. It's just not arching, okay? We're putting the emphasis up top. Rest. If you need a quick child's pose, please take that. If you need to unload your back, show them a child's pose. So we're coming back up, and what we've got is going to be our side lunge again. So now we're all on our left side. Left side lunge. 3, 2, and 1. Go for it. Awesome. So a lot of unilateral work today. One side working and then the other, okay? You might notice some differences or imbalances. If you ever roll your ankles, hurt your wrists, your elbows, shoulders, your hips on one side, something's tighter on one side, you sleep on one side, something might feel different, okay? It might feel the same but different, okay? So just be aware of that. Listen to your body and meet where it's at. Remember, if you need to, you're going to keep that foundation wide and you're going to shift your weight, okay? So you're not having that impactful step. Don't sacrifice leveling something up, let other pieces fall apart. Last 3, 2, and 1. Now we're on to Mark's favorite move, I think, this workout. The spider push-up. Woo! Turn you the other way if I can.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
Let's get it.
So they love to see this side of you, okay? 3, 2, and 1. So, knees or toes. Leg movement at the top or bottom, okay? And when he did it at the bottom, I don't know if you can tell, but his chest is not resting on the floor. Mr. Markus is holding a really tough push-up, practically doing a breakdance maneuver at the bottom. Or maybe I think that's like a half a crow pose in yoga. Markus doesn't do a lot of yoga, so that's pretty impressive, all right? So, find what's going to work for you, and then hopefully having that leg in there is going to feel those obliques working, all right? He's going to work. That's why I take a little break, dust it off. I'd rather you take a break mid-set to come back and do it better than push yourself and watch your form fall apart or potentially hurt yourself, okay? Last 2 and 1. Great news, Markus.
Sweating, man.
Single leg squat. Left leg.
It's all right. I'll take that right now.
Yeah. Shake off your upper body. All right. Dust it off if you need to. We are almost there, folks. We're in the home stretch, okay? So we've got a single leg. First goal is balance. If you're not there, this is what I need you to practice, okay? Beyond that, he's sitting back to his imaginary chair. I just pulled up from under him.
Whoa.
And I see him shaking. So Mark's probably got some ankle work to do on this side. All right? Good. We're going to have the basketball shape in no time. So while you're here, yes, the hips are coming back, but I also want you to grip the earth with your toes. Okay? So that front foot is clawing at the earth a little bit. So he's got the most amount of surface area, okay? But he's not pushing his knees forward, creating under stress or pressure. Right? Remember, he put his heel on the floor at the last possible second, and now he gets to go a little lower. And then he just lifted it up.
Just
wow. He's going to have some progressions. Maybe feel that in his thighs and glutes tomorrow. Rest.
Or now.
Or right now. Single leg hip press with the knee strike.
Okay, let's get back.
Let's get back. It's going to be easier before it gets harder. All right? So, this is our bridge. Markus is going to bring that knee up with a little more authority. Go get it, Markus. Nice. Good. Your hands are open, and and they're gonna open up the shoulders and chest, hopefully there enough. He added a little plyometric component. I don't think he was gonna do a backflip, but he's getting close. Good. Looking good, Marcus. Good.
Ooh,
Good
man,
range.
he's firing my thigh.
Hey, so those couple he pushed into got him going a little bit, and now he's having to bring it back. That's good. That's like a drop set. If you were to take weight, strip some off, and keep going. You got 10 seconds, Mr. Marcus. Have fun. And then you're gonna go into your last one, which will be your left side plank. 3, 2, and 1. So, last move for this end of the pyramid is a side plank on our left side. And the goal is stability first before you add any extra movement, okay? Ready, set, go. So we're looking at his shoulders are stacked, kind of one on top of the other, right? He's not rolling forward, he's not falling backwards, right? He's got a really strong foundation on his arm. I really like the whole forearm pressing into the floor. And then he's squeezing his legs. So he's squeezing a beach ball between his inner thighs, breathing behind that shield, and then hand placement is dependent on you. Put your hands wherever you need. Okay? If you feel shaky up top, put it lower or on the floor for that little bit of kickstand. You've got about 10 seconds left, okay? He's maintaining hip height. Remember, you can always drop a knee to the floor if you need to as well, okay? Last 5 seconds, finish it out. 2 and 1. Woo! So, the last little thing we're gonna do, after you take a quick break and shake it off, is our little finisher. So, we're gonna do plank jacks for 10 repetitions, take a 5-second break, and then do that again. And we're gonna do 3 rounds. So it's gonna amount to 30 jumping jacks on the floor. So you're gonna get up on the floor in push-up position, hop the feet wide, hop them narrow, or you'll step 1, 2, okay? So we're gonna do 10 repetitions, and then we're gonna rest for 5 seconds, okay? If you're doing both legs, count to 10. If you're doing one leg alternating, count to 10. So you'll be on pace together, all right? And we're gonna do 3 rounds of that. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, plank jacks. 3, 2, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Mark says 5 seconds to rest, and that goes by really fast. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. He's going to get 5 seconds to rest. And I think this third set, we should probably go as fast as we can without too much bounce, okay? Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well, I'm getting winded from talking, but Marcus is actually winded from working out. Woo! So, we're almost there, folks. Last bit. So this part you can stand up, and I'll jump in with you a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a partner drill. And if you don't have a partner, you're going to just bounce between the 2 moves, okay? All right, so you're going to do a squat jump and push-up ladder. All right, I'm going to let you just do it yourself, I guess. Mark's going to do 5 squat jumps and then 5 push-ups.
Okay.
Then 4 squat jumps and 4 push-ups. Then 3 and 3, 2 and 2, 1 and 1. And then go back 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you're only doing 1 rep once. Oh, so that pyramid is coming back to haunt him. All right, so 5 squat jumps. Ready, set, go. Good. 1. Nice range. 2. Good soft landings. 3.